So, hello, my name is Shen. I am a client solutions manager at SRG, where I support the STEM portfolio, which include Lorien and Carbon 360. I have the absolute honour of having this blog with Iryna Smorodinova, who is somebody who I've collaborated with for a number of years, to be part of this conversation to discuss diversity in STEM and within leadership as well. Iryna, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, absolutely. As much as you're honored, I am honored as well to be interviewed by a person I've had enjoyable time with for many years to come, and I hope to continue. Yeah, and my name is Iryna, just as you introduced myself. Uh, I'm I'm a head of Agile Coaching at BIX Digital Lab, which is a digital lab of Boehringer Ingelheim. Um, what else will I say? I was born and grown in Ukraine, have traveled quite a bit in the course of my lifetime, was hoping to stay there for the rest, but my family journey and adventure has brought me to Germany, where I have restarted or continued rather my career in digital and technology, now making digital health solutions for healthcare.
Great. So, Iryna, I just wanted to ask you a series of questions surrounding diversity in STEM. As part of the leadership at BIX, it would be great to have your thoughts on this subject, which is very current at the moment. So, Iryna, so what are your thoughts in diversity in STEM as part of the leadership at BIX?
Yeah, interesting. Diversity is a hot topic these days, as you just said. I would say diversity is part of BIX DNA, so I could not tell you a story of how we struggle to get to make our group diverse because it is diverse by default. In BIX, we have around 80 people and overall, which are distributed across two locations, one in Europe, one in Shanghai. And out of those 80 people, we have 20 nationalities. So you could imagine we're a very diverse group from whichever angle you take it, culturally, sexually, age-wise, um, basically any aspect of it. And while it matters a lot, we the biggest challenge that I think we are entertaining ourselves with is leading a diverse group. As acquiring a diversity is part of the equation and part of the success of any company. Managing and leading a diversity, that is a leadership challenge that we
It
are
is. Yeah,
MBIS.
yeah.
Um, the reason for that is diversity. While being part of an innovation, you need to have a multitude of diverse perspectives discussing a subject, hoping that this diversity would bring a totally new concept to life. However, diversity also comes with debate, and
Okay.
debate can lead to novel concepts or it can lead to confrontation and endless contention, which would then turn out your group from high performing team into dysfunction. And this can be often overlooked. So, making sure we are on the high performance side rather than dysfunction is an art and science of leadership at BIX.
So, taking into account these challenges that you faced personally and where you've been hiring, how have you overcome these challenges when you are hiring?
Hmm. So, as I mentioned previously, hiring diverse groups, diverse personalities is a default decision criteria. Therefore, when I hire a new team member, I'm always looking right next to the competency to a novel way of thinking or novel perspectives or novel backgrounds that this person is adding to the mix. That would be the second point which I'm always paying attention to. The third one is, however, a very personal or personality driven quality, and this is the quality of a learner and flexibility of thinking, which exactly could become a deal breaker while having a diverse team work as a high performing one. And I'm a strong believer that competency, even very high competency, without flexibility of thinking, without humbleness of a learner, without openness to change your opinion and find compromises, is
Yes.
worth pretty much nothing.
Yeah. So with that, so we have various package solutions that can help you find the right personality, to find that person who is not just competent in their role, but obviously has that learning ability, someone who would fit into your team that, we have discussed we can offer through the McQuaid test. We've discussed this. But within BIX, is there an element of mentoring or coaching that is available to people, to create this diverse team, to help diversity?
Oh, yes. Although I should say, I assume it's a yes. It is a yes, certainly a yes for me. In my one-on-one conversation with team members, it's always a part of the conversation. How can you make your knowledge being blended with others to create something new? Part of a mentoring, coaching, or leading, I would say, is the most appropriate word. I am encouraging behaviors of openness, humbleness, and often, for even smartest people in the room, letting go of knowing. First of all, I, as a leader, do try to manifest this behavior in the conversations and then nudge others to do the same. That is my style of interacting with the group, with my team, day in, day out. I hope I answered your question.
You did. You did do that very, very well. So, in your opinion, what can we do in the future to improve diversity in STEM from a leadership perspective?
I looking at the STEM as a blend of science, technology, engineering, and math, and where we are stating as a society right now, this will continue to be fueling innovation. I can speak just for myself. Digital health, look at this interdisciplinary, um, natural science plus engineering together brings something totally new. Therefore, I do not think that there any further enforcement of diversity, although that may be a strong word, or is needed for diversity to be part of this the STEM um, as an area. I'm confident it will come naturally, as without diversity, it's just not innovation is not working. It's one of the operating principles. So I encourage, if there anybody who thinks, still believes that competency is the criteria for STEM, to think a bit more into the future, or actually into the present, and consider that is by far not the most important criteria to be a successful organization if you're operating in STEM. Having diversity of thinking, people not like you yourself, people not like the others you work with, are part of your success equation. Although, as I said, I can hardly believe this still exists. But maybe, I don't know.
Well, thank you so much for your insight and thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate this. Is there anything else you want to add at all?
No, I just thought, as in, maybe one last comment, that first time I experienced the word diversity towards myself being a woman in STEM. And I do acknowledge there are differences how women are treated in STEM. And I was lucky being born in Ukraine, where I had never had experienced non-diversity in this area. I have seen it might be different in different cultures and in different mixes of organizations, but I am happy that I came from the background where it was not an issue, and that allowed me to behave very freely from the position of leadership, confidence, and as if barriers like this just do not exist. Although I can relate when alternative scenarios take place.
Oh,
And in my team, I nevertheless encourage women, especially young women, to take this advantage and position of freedom, courage, and confidence in STEM or any other profession that they decide to pursue.
I absolutely love that. Absolutely brilliant. Well, look, Iryna, thank you so much for your time. Your words are truly inspirational. Absolutely. Just for the people within STEM, but also for the future of STEM as well. Great insight. I guess that's it from us. Thank you again for your time again. And, let's see what happens next. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Shen. It's been a pleasure to have a conversation with you yet again.
As always. Take care now. Bye bye.
Bye.